So today we're just going to learn like the kind of must-haves for the putting principles. There's some technique involved, and as soon as we are got the technique under control, then we're learning how to use that technique properly and bring out our inner athlete and our instincts how to put these golf balls in the hole. The first thing that is my must-have is the proper length of the putter. So just so you know, the putter industry, the golf industry actually makes the putters pretty long. Funny story. The putter are, in my opinion, are too long because the golf industry does not want the putters to fall into the bag. So you should bring them out. Yeah. But if you know, most putters are 35 inches long. My putter is 33 inches long. And yeah, looking at your putter, it looks, no, this should be fine. One of the things that I really believe in is really long arms in our putting so we can have a pendulum-like stroke. Okay, so this is how we figure out our arm lengths and how long the putter should be. Take your arms all the way down with your putter grip and then go all the way down to steel and keep your arms really long. Then hike up the putter and go up there until your upper body is about comfortable. Perfect. Perfect. So once you have your comfortable putter length, all right, the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to lock our wrists. There's a certain way to lock our wrists so we're really stable with our putting stroke later on. Right? So take the putter all the way up here, soften your elbows a little bit. And then what you're going to do is you're going to let the putter fall into your wrists like that. Good. So they lock downward. Right? A little bit more technical explanation here. This is the ulnar bone, so we ulnar deviate downwards. Perfect. Or the Italians say, "Mamma mia." So, it's just like that. You want to lock it down. So take the putter again all the way down here. Bring the putter up here, soft arms for now. Lock your putter down. Perfect. So what I want you to do right now is just take this lock and maintain. And you don't have to lock it down hard. Just like let it fall into it and feel that lock. And what you're going to do then is just go your putter posture and just like wobble the putter back and forth like that. And you should probably feel that the putter moves already quite steady. Okay, and go all the way up here, let it fall into your wrist one more time. What we want to look for is that the putter runs through the two chunky parts of our hand, right? So right here, it's a little bit too much. It was a little bit too much in your fingers. And now what we're going to do is we're going to let it fall exactly through this chunky part like that here. So that a little bit more, yeah? So that way it's locked down, right? So between this piece of the hand and that piece of the hand, I used to know what the medical terms are, but we want to make sure that it is exactly in the middle of it. Like you just had a little bit too much in here, just like that. Good. The next thing that we're going to do is, I don't really care if you have a cross-handed grip or any other grip, but let's just, for the sake of trying out, use the classic putter grip, which is called a reverse overlap grip. Take your left index finger and take the left index finger on top of the right hand, like that. Good. And the thumbs are exactly on the spine of the shaft. Perfect. Good. So how does it feel now when you rock the putter back and forth? Quite stable. Perfect. That looks really good, all of you. Yeah, it feels like you're starting to use your shoulders, and it's one unit now, like one pendulum-like stroke. This triangle just rocks back and forth. Correct? Yeah. Yeah. So the next thing that we're going to lock, it looks already pretty stable. There's two more things we need to lock to create stability in our precise putting stroke. It's the next thing is called what I call armpit pressure. So pretend you have your fingers underneath your armpits and just like squeeze them in a little bit, or just like you're a little bit cold, right? So you have your wrist down, and then last thing is you lock your shoulder blades a little bit together like that. And then have a couple putting strokes again, and just see how you're locking it back and forward. That looks good. Just like this. Good. Super good. There's one more thing that we need to stabilize, is our lower body. Okay, I suggest a little bit of a wider stance. And in order to stabilize the lower body, we have to switch on our rear a little bit, our glute med. There you go. What we're going to do is we're going to pretend our shoes externally rotate a little bit against the ground. They're not actually rotating, they're just shearing against the ground. All right, so regular posture. And then what you're going to do is lock your knees a little bit outward, just shear against the ground a bit. Do you feel it in your rear? Yeah? Well done. So in the beginning, it might feel like it's a little, there's a little bit too much tension in it, but you'll get used to it. Perfect. Good. The last thing that we're going to do is we're going to use that wide stance, and we're going to side bend a little bit to the right with the spine. So the side bend goes a little bit like this. The reason why we're doing this is that our peripheral vision opens up to a target side. Later on, when you putt to a hole, you have to kind of like open up your peripheral vision so you can direct your putting stroke better to your target. If you don't have that side bend, a little bit like this, it's going to be very hard to have a precise putting stroke releasing towards the hole. Let's do a partner exercise real quick, because like one of the things we really want to make sure in this module that friends can get together and coach themselves. Okay, I want to use the two of you real quick. What we're going to do is, Taryn, what I want you to do is take your putter and go really close to her knees like this. Good. And as she's having her putting stroke back and forward, you tell her this is an electric fence now. And so she has to move from up here and her lower body stays steady. Good. Well, that looks amazing. Yeah, so the next thing that we're going to do is use this proper putting stroke right away to create some touch. In putting, the most important thing is to have your distance control under control, right? Not every putt has to go in, but at least if you have good speed, you can then just tap it in the next one. The best way to control your speed right away is to hold your ending position every single time until the golf ball stops rolling. And when you hold your ending position every single time and observe the ball rolling, your brain automatically knows how much stroke, how much momentum, how much force you've put into that stroke, which related to X distance, and then you have a baseline. Because you held the ending position, you can then deviate from that stroke and always hit a little harder, a little softer. It's so important to hold your ending position every single time. I'll do that real quick, and I'll get a couple golf balls here. So for example, I'll just putt to this hole here, right? We have our putting stroke, we look at the hole, and we hold our ending position every single time. So that putting stroke was a good speed. Let's just assume I wanted to make that golf ball like just short of the hole and stop it. Because I held my ending position, I realized that amount of stroke led to the distance just past the hole. So now I have a baseline, hold my ending position again. And it was a little bit shorter, right? Held my ending position again, and that way I know, okay, I can hit it a little bit harder again, and I might get to the hole again. Thank you. It's good. That's how you fine-tune your speed control. You always hold your ending position, and heads up, sometimes you have to endure the misery of a bad putt, but never get angry. Of course, maybe internally you get angry, but hold your ending position. I promise you, your instincts will take over this beautiful putting stroke now, and you will get the speed control in no time. Just feed your brain always good feedback. Always at least learn something from the last putt. Okay, so now we know our principles for our putting form. I'll say it one more time. Wrist down, armpits in, a little wider stance so we can side bend and see the hole, and a little bit the shoes outside torquing against the ground to stabilize the lower body. Yeah? We always hold our ending position so we have the feedback that this stroke led to X distance, and we have a baseline and we can deviate from there. Okay? How much money would you put on a line right now to putt this golf ball against this golf ball? What would you put on a line? Yeah. $100. That's good. That's way more than what I hear mostly. Okay, let's see it up. Let's see it. $100.
No, the pressure's on. I work better under pressure, so.
Perfect. Let's see it. I'll put another 100 and I bet on you. There you go. I'll put 10,000 on it. I know you'll make it. Perfect. Good. I've done this with about 80 people to 100 people over the last 4 or 5 years. Nobody's ever missed that ball. Nobody's ever missed. And everyone was betting like $5. Like, yeah. Really? So nobody's missed it yet. Okay. So let's make the same bet one more time. Put this golf ball against this golf ball. Okay. Try to make it with a little bit more speed. Okay. So again, this golf ball against this golf ball with a little bit more speed. Are you ready? And let's go. Perfect. There you go. So I want to give you a lot of confidence in short putts, and we call this spot putting. All you need to really do is find that specific spot. That's the hard part. But hitting that golf ball straight on line against this other golf ball, you'll see that you have almost like a little bit of room for error because two golf balls fit into this hole. So if you stay in the process of hitting this golf ball against the other golf ball 10 inches away, wherever your spot eventually is, If you just focus on that, all you need to really find is that spot. And I promise you'll make just as many putts as the PGA Tour players from 3 to 4 feet, 90+%. So that was our exercise to make all our short putts. We have a really good process now. Find your spot, hold your finish position, trust your stroke. Because we have good form now with the principles that we learned in the first go, your putting stroke is amazing. All four of you have a beautiful LPGA Tour-like putting stroke. Good. And now it's time to get LPGA Tour-like touch. Okay, we already know our ending position helps us a lot, but I want to send you home with one more exercise that creates really good touch for medium range putts. Here's what we're going to do. So, this is our starting position, everyone. We're going to putt through this gate, and I'm going to create a playing field. Playing field is this long. We have a bunch of golf balls here, and here's the game. We're going to putt through this gate into our playing field almost till the end of the playing field. It's supposed to be quite close to our last line, and then the next putt is going to be shorter and shorter and shorter and shorter. The person who can fit the most putts in here without hitting the one putt longer than the last one is the winner. Okay, so I'm going to show you real quick. Get really close to the line. Always hold your ending position. Not the best start, I have to say. All right, wasted some real estate there, but because I had my ending position, and I lost. Okay, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4 golf balls in there. Good, hold your finish, great touch. Nicely done. Hold it, hold it. It's okay.
That was my first one.
Yeah. Okay, next person. That was a good one, yeah. Nice, that was good. No, that's fine. That's fine. That's still short enough. That's okay. That's okay. Yeah. This is not about direction right now. It's about speed control, right? Beautiful. Good. And the next one. Sit, sit. Everyone's a gambler here. I like it. That's good. So that was it today for putting. Yeah, you did so well. Thank you so much. And that was awesome.